My name is Nakia McDuffie, and I'm starting a scholarship nonprofit organization called the I Believe Foundation. More often than not, I get asked the question, why are you starting this scholarship and nonprofit? And to be completely honest, it's because I was once an alternative high school student, stuck in a survival mindset, feeling hopeless and lost due to my past and the circumstances I was in. From the ages about 5 to 12 years old, I was mentally and somewhat physically abused by my stepfather. He would do things like hold butcher knives up to my throat. He would tell me that I was worthless and I wouldn't amount to anything. He even went to the extreme and told me that he had my murder all planned out, and if I ever tried to tell anyone, that he already knew where he was going to hide my body. And when I was 16, I was binge drinking and I was doing drugs, which led me to getting kicked out of my house. And ultimately, I ended up dropping myself out of high school. And in that time, things spiraled out of control. And my dad stepped in and forced me to move to Milwaukee to get sober. And eventually I did get sober. And in that time, I thought to myself, I don't want to get blackout drunk or high every day anymore. And I want to do something different with my life. My dad actually stepped up and came to me and told me that he would offer me a place to live, until I graduated high school. And I did. I graduated high school with the HSED program halfway through the year. To graduate with the HSED program in WASA, you have to apply for not only college, but you have to apply for scholarships and grants. And first doing so, I thought it was complete BS because I thought no one would ever care about me or my past, let alone my future. So when I wrote my scholarship letter, I took it as a joke and wrote it in under 30 minutes. When graduation came, I ended up being the keynote speaker for my class and ended up receiving a scholarship from the president of North Central Technical College. And it was in that moment that I felt an overwhelming feeling of gratitude and importance. And it's that I want to give to more students. I've had the opportunity to speak to the NTC alternative high school students in WASA the past 2 years, telling my story. And the first statement I made is, raise your hand if any of you come from homes with alcoholic or drug-addicted parents, or even have been physically or mentally abused. And out of the 100 students that I've talked to in the past 2 years, 90% of them raised their hand. This is the reason why I want to bring awareness to these students, is because I think the biggest misconception in society is that these students fail public schools and all they do is break the law or get in trouble, when most of them come from hardships that most people can't even comprehend. I know that when I was drinking every day and doing drugs and skipping school, it wasn't because I was just trying to be a bad kid. I was doing all those things because I felt like nobody cared, so why should I care about myself? The I Believe Foundation is about helping alternative high school students create new beginnings despite their past or the circumstances they're in, providing everyday necessities and offering escape from a survival mindset, giving them the opportunity to focus on their future. I'm partnering with Thrive Church to do fundraising and bring awareness. My goal in the next year is to put up 4 food pantries in the surrounding alternative high schools. I also want to raise at least $10,000 for an endowment scholarship fund for the students at the Wausau Alternative High School. I plan to continue to fundraise until I reach my goal of $50,000 in the next 2 years for my nonprofit. I'm determined to raise at least $1 million, no matter how long it takes, so I can give out grants to the alternative high schools nationwide. The I Believe Foundation will uplift and empower one student at a time.